everyone, Julie here with Key Wellness, and today I'm about to begin a new video series. Lao Tzu, the ancient Chinese sage and philosopher, is known for saying, "When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. When the student is truly ready, the teacher will disappear." This series is for all of you students out there who have been scouring and digging and searching and doing your best to figure out these days and times and what they mean for you, your life, and your loved ones. You're the students. And if you're here listening to this message today, your teacher has appeared. I hope to see you through your upcoming journey and to the day that it is time for me to disappear. Let me tell you a little bit about this series and why I'm starting it. First of all, there's a lot of discontent out there amongst people. A lot of people are struggling in two main areas, health and wealth. And by that I mean they are either struggling with a lack of health or a lack of wealth. By a lack of health, I mean not wellness, whether it is psychological, physical, spiritual. There are a lot of ways that people are not feeling their best, and they can sense that they're not feeling their best, and it's holding them back and preventing them from living the life they know they should be living. They know that there's more and this should be better. By a lack of wealth, what I'm talking about is there are a lot of people struggling to just meet their basic needs. And so they know intrinsically life was not meant to be this way as human beings, as part of the human experience. We are not here to live enslaved, either enslaved by emotional or mental status, enslaved by our bodies that are not functioning the way they should, or causing us to seek out help that maybe is not correcting the problem. And we're also not meant to be enslaved with this 9 to 5, getting up, the alarm clock's going, you do the same thing, and it is necessary in order to feed ourselves, put clothes on our backs, roof over our heads, not just for ourselves, but for our loved ones. And that's all we are accomplishing. There is no room or time left or energy in our daily lives to do something that we find meaningful, to live a life that we feel will make a difference. And yet, inside of us, we intrinsically know that there should be more. And so this video series that I'm about to embark on is to reach people where they're at. And this is what I mean by this. I see every day people frustrated with the global situation, energy issues, pollution issues, health issues, political issues, economics, wildlife, nature, the green issue. There are so many things that are causing discontent and misery with people. And yet they feel helpless and hopeless because they don't know if there's an answer. It just looks like there is no hope. Now, the people that typically feel that way are the people that this series is going to be directed at. Now, why do I say that? It's because based on your level of awareness and the possibilities and the hope for humankind in general, hope for planet Earth, hope for humanity, people are in different places. And that has to do with their level of awareness, that has to do with their level of awakening. If you go anywhere on the internet, you will find there's information out there, but it's heavily weighted in one direction or another. And again, let me explain what I mean by that. When you're seeking answers for life's bigger challenges, it's hard to decipher where you should look. Do I look in science? Are the answers in science? Do I look in religion? Are the answers religious or spiritual? Do I look into the paranormal? When you look at the world and you look at the mess that it's in, people who are seeking answers are usually seeking answers because they instinctively know there is something going on right now that is different, it's unique, and I can't answer it with the toolbox of knowledge I have currently at my disposal. These times today are presenting us with issues that require new answers. And so we look into the information we already have from the life that we've lived thus far, and we realize they aren't answering the questions I have. So maybe the answer is in a different camp, or maybe the answer is a combination, but where do I look? And so the person begins a quest for information, and they begin to realize quickly that no one camp seems to have the answer. If you have a health issue and you've been seeing an allopathic doctor, a lot of people begin on this quest for information because the answers weren't there. They watched a loved one die of cancer. They're still struggling with diabetes. They're fighting with depression or PTSD. And the drugs and the counseling is not helping them. They're still struggling financially. It doesn't matter how hard they work or how many jobs they take on or how deeply they cut back on their spending. They still are not ahead. And they look around and they see the world, and there's so much confusion, and there's so much pain, and there's so much anger and angst, and they're wondering why? Where is this all coming from? And they know that the answer can't be one simple thing. So they begin on this quest, and they look into science, and they quickly find out that while they are just wading into the waters, that immediately there's a drop off just after they step in, and they're in over their heads. They don't understand the concept of what's being explained to them that might hold the answers, but they don't have the background, and it's not being put in layman's terms. They look at religion, and suddenly the religion that they had been following is not answering the questions. The questions seem to be touching into something deeper and at the same time far more expansive than what they've been getting told for however many decades they've been sitting in a pew or wherever it is they go for their spiritual nourishment. So the doctor isn't answering it. The scientist isn't answering it. It's certainly not on the evening news. They're not getting the answers in all of the traditional places. And when they begin to try and find a place to go, they're rapidly in over their heads. And this is because what is out there is being presented to people who already have the foundational knowledge. So I have a PhD in spiritual medicine, okay? To get there, I had to go through many echelons of learning. So I can understand the deeper messaging, but I can't share that with someone who's just now stepping out on their quest. But they will quickly find that when they are seeking those answers, they're presented with material that either conflicts with their long-held beliefs and therefore they reject it. Sometimes just because they are offended, or sometimes because they're literally frightened. But yes, it doesn't have all the answers. Does my doctor? No. Does science? I can't understand it. They're talking quantum mechanics and quantum field theory, and I have no idea what that is. So what is this video series about? It's for you. It's for you, that person that knows there is something very strange that's going on right now, and it seems epidemic. And when I seek the answers, I can't understand them. So the answers, I feel, are multifaceted, but interrelated. You cannot separate the answers. So the answer is spiritual. The answer is energetic. The answer is scientific. The answer is emotional. The answer is interpersonal. The answer has to do with the earth. The answer has to do with the cosmos. The answer has to do with your deepest, tiniest, most integral form of biology. It's all of these. So how do you take all of this and put it together and make sense of it? It's very difficult to do, and you'd be all over the place, and most people are just struggling to scrape by. They don't have the time to do that research. That's what this video series is about to do. It's about to put all of that together in one place, take all those loose ends, tie them together for you, put in layman's terms so you can understand finally, and have a basis upon which to begin this quest so that you can find your answers. And I will tell you, there are a lot of rabbit holes to go down. There are a lot of divergent paths, and you will at some point have to choose yours, because we're all here for a different purpose, and the answers for us as individuals are distinct and unique, yet there are collective answers for us as a whole, as a species of humanity, and as a place in time and within dimensions. The answer is so multifaceted that while there is a broad answer for everyone, ultimately you will find that it will lead you to what is the unique answer for you. But the difference will be when you arrive at that point, you will have a foundation upon which to begin and discover your unique journey. And the reason this means so much to me is because I feel strongly that the future of humanity rests upon it heavily. What we do at this juncture in time will determine the future for humanity. And each and every one of us plays a role in that and is here for a purpose. And if you are listening to this broadcast, it means that you're searching and you're struggling to find your answers, and I'm trying to make it doable for you. And so that's what this series is about. To take all of these things, these many moving parts, from quantum physics to the esoteric, to the ancient Sumerians and Egyptians, to the future, to where we are right here and now, multidimensional, all of these things have a role, and all of these things you will find fit into this if you will just open your mind and be willing to learn. And then you will find that you come away with a much better equipped toolbox that you can reach into and say, oh, now I understand what's going on over here in this realm of politics or ecology or finances or economy. It will start to make sense, and you will have a way to pull out from your toolbox that which you need to apply at that time and begin to work at it to find the broader answer, and then pare it down to identify what does that mean for you. I have found that most people start on the path of awakening when they become frustrated with the superficial and uninformative pat answers that they have been getting from the many traditional places where they have turned. Most people enter onto this path, as I said in the beginning, because they are struggling to find answers dealing with their health or their wealth. And they're seeking those answers because what they want is freedom. And this is why this happens with people. You see, as a human being, you were hardwired to be sovereign. As a human being, you were created to be unique and to use that uniqueness to make a permanent impact in this world. You came to fulfill a purpose. And the only way you can do that is as a free and sovereign human being. You cannot accomplish that mission. You cannot live a life fulfilled if you are enslaved. And enslavement comes in the form of impoverishment. Whether you are impoverished financially, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, or physically, at some point a person who is here and wants to fulfill their life purpose realizes that they cannot accomplish that in a state of lack. And therefore, they must remedy that situation, and then they are free to pursue their purpose. That is why, as human beings, we are meant to be healthy. We are meant to be happy. We are meant to be wealthy. And I know that there are a lot of preachings out there. Having wealth and abundance is evil. Oh, it's okay to have abundance in any area but money. No, Money is simply, I will say this, I don't want to get too far down the rabbit hole of money. I said there's a lot of rabbit holes and this is one of them. But money is simply currency, a currency of quality of life. Life isn't just waking up, breathing, eating, sleeping, working, and going through why would we be here? That makes no sense if you think about it. No, we're here to accomplish something. When we accomplish that, when we fulfill that mission, we instinctively know, we intrinsically feel that we have fulfilled our purpose. When we fulfill our purpose, we experience quality of life. Money is a currency. One of the things I teach when I'm coaching on finances is money isn't money until it's moving, right? It's just a piece of paper, or, if you're talking about paper dollars, just sitting there, worthless, until it moves. That's what gives it its value. Like water moving in a current. That's why we call it currency, because money is meant to move. Why does money move? It moves in order to exchange hands and exchange goods or services. So money only has value when it is being exchanged. That is why it is a currency. Now, where is that current taking us? It is taking us to our purpose in life. It is a tool, just like gasoline in a car. Money is your currency for quality of life. And when you attain quality of life, it means you are achieving your purpose. One of the things we will be talking about at some point in this series are limiting beliefs, because they will stop you from achieving your purpose. They will stop you from creating miracles, quote unquote miracles, in your own life. But one very paralyzing, limiting belief, which you must, and I will help you to let go of at some point, is that money is associated with evil. Evil actions, evil intentions, evil thoughts, evil feelings. If you have money, you're greedy. No, because without money, you are without power. And how can you be a free and sovereign being, attaining your purpose and making a difference in this world, if you have no power? So money is your currency for living in this reality. And that's all it is. It's a tool. It's a vehicle. So know now, as we move into this series, that this series is for you, that searching person embarking on the most important and challenging journey. That is the reason why you are here. And that is the journey of understanding, attaining, and fulfilling your life's purpose. So here's to you and your life's purpose, and this journey that I hope I will have the honor to help you embark upon. This is Tula with Key Wellness, wishing you a successful journey and a great day.